Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how I got this painted skull look just in time for Halloween. So I'm going to be starting off with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation in Y205. So I'm going in with a shade that is significantly lighter than my skin. And I'm going to be blending this out with the Elcie Cosmetics Velvet Sponge. I'm using the flatter end and it covers a hell of a lot of ground. So it's perfect for using it on your body. Now I'm going to be going in with the Lock-It Concealer by Kat Von D in the shade White, and I'm going to be highlighting the areas of my face that I typically would. So basically all of the high points of my face. And then again, I'm blending this out with the Velvet Sponge. I'm taking whatever's left over on that sponge to prime my lids, and then I'm going to be setting that concealer with the white shade from the Lunatick Cosmetics Labs contour palette. I decided to spray my hair first so I didn't get any white anywhere else. And now I'm going in with the Taupe Notch palette. This is by Voss, and I'm starting off with the shade Bestest. So I'm using this fluffy IT Cosmetics blending brush, and I'm just going to start kind of laying in the areas that I want to define for the skull. But I'm going to start this off really soft. So it's just going to be kind of like a wash of color. I didn't really know what direction I was going in. I thought that this whole look was going to be very soft, and it obviously went in a different direction. So I'm just laying in the areas, the hollows of the bones, and the areas that I want to define. And then I'm gently blending it out. One of the reasons that I wanted to use a foundation is because it makes blending powders a lot easier than going in with something really heavy, like a cream color. I'm just deepening up the eyes and then making sure to define the inner part of my eyebrows. Like I said, I didn't really know where I was going with this, so I'm just slowly building everything up. I wanted to keep it soft and not go in with way too much product or something too dark right away. Now I'm going in and defining my jawline around my mouth, just kind of shading the areas that I feel need it. And then I'm going to take that shadow down my neck and start kind of creating the illusion of the neck bones, but I'm going to keep this a little bit more sketchy. So I didn't really have a method for the body, but I just wanted to make sure that it was cohesive with the face. Now I'm picking up Soul. This is from the Natasha Denona Sunset palette, and using my Morphe E17 brush, I'm going to start going over that initial shade that I laid down. To deepen that up a bit, I'm going in with Horizon from the same palette. I wanted to try out warm colors. I ended up not loving the way they looked, so they basically get completely covered up. Now I'm going in with Panjin from the same palette and trying to build up a red shade. Again, wasn't wild about the direction that it was going in, but it's all part of the process, so I had to show you guys. Now I'm grabbing those colors, beginning with the yellow and just taking them pretty much all over the areas that I already drew in, just to make sure that everything looks uniform. If I go in with one color, I have to make sure that I take it in bits around the rest of the look. It kind of helps move the eye around the piece, and by the piece I mean me. Now I'm grabbing this liner by Melt Cosmetics. This is in the shade Bloodshot, and I'm placing this in my waterline, and then I'm going to kind of drag it down onto my lower lash line. I'm going to set that with Panjin again from the Sunset palette. Now I'm grabbing that white powder again, and I'm placing this all over my lids. The eyes go through so many different transformations, so just bear with me. I'm grabbing this dark gray shade, and I'm using this to kind of deepen up the hollows of the eye. So again, each color that I go in with, I make sure that I am taking this all over the rest of the look to keep it cohesive. I don't want any color to look like I just kind of stuck it there. I decided to go in and sketch out a little bit more of a hollow along the jawline. And again, I'm just making sure to keep this super soft and just go in really, really slowly. It's always better to start off with a little bit less and build it up. Now I'm grabbing this black shadow by Maybelline, and I'm going to start really deepening up the eyes because I wasn't super wild about how they looked. So I'm placing this all over the lid with a flat brush, and then I'm going to go in with a blending brush and continue this up and out, just kind of increasing the contrast. Again, I wasn't wild about those warm colors, so you can see that I'm like completely covering them up. I'm grabbing that white powder again and placing it all over my lid because I couldn't decide if I wanted it to be light or not. I'm taking this fluffy brush by Morphe and just blending out my nose because I thought it was a little too intense. Now I'm picking up Bestis again from Voss, and I'm using this to shade around my lips. So after I lay down any shadows, I like to step back and see if there's anywhere else along the body that I need to place those colors. Now I'm grabbing this pencil brush by Morphe, and I'm using the black shadow to really define the outer edges of the eyes. I just kind of wanted to round out the look a bit more. And again, I'm going to be taking this shade all around the rest of the face. I'm picking up a larger angled brush and that same Voss shadow and just intensifying those hollows. If you don't want to go in with any paint splatter, you could just stop the look right here. Just do a little bit more blending and deepen it up, or you could keep it super soft. I kind of did like it like this, but I ended up just going crazy. This video is a really good example of the method when you're creating. The majority of the time, I just start off not knowing at all what I'm doing. Now I'm going to pick up the white from the Makeup Forever Flash palette, and I'm going to start sketching out the teeth. These end up getting like super intense, really colorful, but again, I'm starting off really light and just sketching out the general shape before I go in with way too much product. I'm grabbing that gray shade from the Lunatick contour palette and going in and adding contrast between the teeth. And then just adding shading wherever I feel I need it. Now I'm grabbing this red Vivid Brights liner by NYX, and this is where I just kind of started to go in. So I'm placing the liner pretty much wherever I want. This is where the paint splatter begins. So basically I'm going to be taking this color all around the areas, the hollows, creating different strokes, and I'm going to be using this color to move the eye around the look. So again, it's important to create balance, so you're not just placing a color randomly. I wanted to intensify the contrast, so I'm going in with the matte black liquid liner by NYX and doing kind of the same thing. There's no real method to this besides balance, so you can really place this wherever you want. And then I felt that the lips looked like they weren't a part of it, so I'm taking those liners in the outer corner. Now I'm going in with that white shade by Makeup Forever again, and I'm just gonna place some paint strokes in the highlights of my face, basically all of the high points, because I was really liking the kind of sketchy effect, and I wanted to make sure that I was doing that with the highlights as well as the shadows. I decided that I wanted to go in with a shadow on my eyes later on, so I'm just kind of creating a base. And then again, the lips just kind of looked like they were floating, so I'm taking this eyeliner and deepening up the contrast around the teeth. I didn't want it to be too sharp, so I'm going in and blending that out with the brush, and then I'm going in with more of the white just to kind of intensify the contrast again. I decided to go in with more black shadow and blend and deepen up the eyes. And then I decided to shade the inner part of the lips, but I am going to go back in with a shadow in a little bit. So I'm pretty much just going in and increasing the contrast wherever I feel I need it. Now I'm grabbing Mandarin from the Sunset palette, and I'm placing this in the center of my lids. I'm going to place this on the lower lash line as well. I wanted to use an intense highlight effect, but I didn't really know what to do, so I was just drawn to this color because I thought it would pop. So rather than going in with a regular highlight, I'm taking this all over the high points of my face. Again, using this to draw the eye around the look and making sure that it's balanced. I'm going to go in with a few coats of the Maybelline Big Shot Mascara. And then I'm going to apply the Farah Lashes by Huda Beauty. Now I'm going to pick up my favorite shade from the Makeup Forever palette. It's this blue. You guys have seen it in like so many looks. I just think that it makes colors pop, especially since I had so many warm colors. I wanted to go in with something that was a little bit more cool toned, and it's super neon. So I'm taking this all over the place, and then I decided to really intensify the teeth using this shade. I'm definitely glad that I went in with this color, especially because the hair ended up looking a little bit more cool toned blue. I popped in some colored contacts, and that is it for this look. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you recreate this and post any photos, please make sure that you tag me so I can see. You can follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. All of that is listed down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. And let me know what you guys are planning on being for Halloween. Alright guys, again, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.